Yeah.
Them ones.
There.
And we're back again.
Back again.
It's your boy, Professor Cornard.
Hey, it's your boy, the clumsy of your neighborhood friend. No, your friendly neighborhood haters. Make sure you head over to Spotify, Apple, or Google, all the places that do good podcasts, because we're there. That NBA podcast, there. DAT NBA podcast, there. DERE.
I just want to give actually context of the league this week. If you are looking at standing streaks, this was probably an easier week, or you had a lot of your spoiled for choice of teams who are trending in the wrong way and teams who are trending in the right way. Quite a few teams in the league are streaking at the moment. But for me, I didn't pick a team who's streaking crazy.
Quick thing.
Yeah.
Are you all aboard the hater train this week?
Aboard the hater train, bro.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
I'm aboard.
You need to get yourself a nice little rail card, because you seem to join it on a lot.
Let me hop on, fam. I had to give it to a team that went 2-2. Had to give it to your Brooklyn Nets.
Brooklyn Nets?
Yeah.
Okay. It's interesting, because obviously they had Kyrie coming. Okay, let me hear why. Tell me why. Break it down.
I went to the Brooklyn Nets because I just didn't like their week. I'm being honest with you. I just didn't like their week.
They're not where you thought they should be.
No, because that's a team that, if you were going to say from the start of the season, you say that's a team you'd peg for a championship team, right? They're definitely in contention. They lost to the Grizzlies, who was playing really well. Let's be honest. They lost to the Bucks. Then I didn't like their wins, bro.
That win against the Spurs was a bookie.
Took last minute heroics or last second heroics for them to beat the Spurs.
In overtime as well.
In OT. Then they beat the Pacers. But the Pacers scored 121 points. I just think I picked the Brooklyn Nets because while teams are streaking, I just don't think we've seen a dominant streak from Brooklyn yet this season, where everyone's looking at them saying, okay, these guys are here now. They're definitely a team in contention. We saw it from Phoenix. We see it from Utah on a regular basis.
Even Lakers just had a little 14.
Yeah, but the Brooklyn, I'm not seeing it. And the thing I want to hark on the most, that is their defense, man. And so I dug a little bit deeper.
Oh my God. Wait. Professor never touches the analytics. He goes straight off the dome freestyle thing. He's in album mode.
100%. So I had to hit that album space, right? And I looked at there's a scoring, just caught my eyes. So the Pacers scored 121, Spurs scored 119. Those are two bottom 10 offenses, bro. And they let them score above 115 points. That's not good enough, bro.
Nah, especially for the Brooklyn. Do you think they're just hitting their mid-season slump?
But we haven't even seen... For a slump, you would say there must be I don't know where they are, fam. I don't know what's going on. Somebody help me, bro.
No, that's true. You know how we were saying about the Lakers that maybe they're just doing their thing to get into the playoffs?
Yeah.
A team that is possibly... Lakers aren't doing that. They're actually struggling to get their wins out here. They have to ball out, right? But with Brooklyn, they're more likely doing that.
You think so?
It's easier for them to do it. You get what I'm trying to say? And maybe that's what they're doing. Obviously, it's Deadest Team of the week. You didn't like their week when you explained it. I don't like that as a week for a contending team. However, like you said, they're still contenders and they still got as much chance to win the chip as they did before the week. So maybe it's just Steve Nash is just on a little tactical thing or maybe they just took advantage of the week and thought to themselves, it's Spurs and Pacers, we can relax, and then they actually had to up a gear in it.
I just feel like they had two games in there that could have been a statement. If they'd beat either the Grizzlies or the Bucks, I would have given that. I wouldn't have even put them on this. But falling short in statement games, allowing two teams who aren't really great offenses to score a lot. Bro, I have to give you Deadest Team of the week.
That's true. One second, there's just an announcement. The next stop on the hater train is Boston. Fam.
Ding dong. Yeah.
Listen, Boston Celtics. If you're listening, I know you're listening. Dead. That's all I'm gonna say to you. Dead.
What they go last week?
They went 1-2 last week. One of them against San Antonio. One against the Knicks, which was the RJ Barrett game winner, and then they beat the Knicks in the second of the back-to-back. Right. So obviously they had to dig deep for that.
Quick one. Let me just quickly. Sorry to interrupt you, bro. Because you said it. Let me just jump up on the hate wagon. I spoke to you about this. The RJ Barrett game was a fluke, bro.
Listen. And I said this is my reply. And let us know in the comments right now.
Yeah.
For me, a fluke is something that you don't mean and it happens. If you chuck a shot up at a buzzer, you mean to get it in, and it went in. So it can't be a fluke because he tried to score. So it can't
if
be.
You're aiming for a switch and it hits that backboard, and then they do a freeze frame and your body's at like 45 degrees angle, bro. I don't know.
Listen, let me do what you normally do to me. If you was RJ Barrett and you scored that, and you're gonna call me after the game and be like, bro, are you gonna say to me, bro, I scored the flukiest game winner, or are you just gonna say to me, bro, I just dropped a nice game winner?
In the press conference, I'm getting my mink jacket on, bro. And I said I have ice in my veins.
You're just a hater. That's definitely the hate trait. Anyway, Boston, man, like, I just don't understand them. And I feel like, for me, I give them enough chances.
Yeah.
I just don't get that. I just don't understand the franchise right now. Jason Tatum, suspiciously dead weak.
Yeah.
When you know that you're meant to be the guy in Boston. As much as Jaylen Brown is balling out, Jason Tatum, you're meant to be the guy, and he's just not doing it, especially this week. And against the Spurs as well, when they lost, he shot 6 for 20. That's dead. DEAD. As a team, they are meant to be so much better in theory than what they're 10th in the East. I know we've been going on the past few weeks that the Eastern Conference is a better conference this year, but there's no way that Boston is the 10th best team in that conference. Trash.
You know what it is with that Boston team is that they have their two. I feel like they need one more core piece, but they have two really solid core pieces in Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. But the rest of the team that's put around them is so weird, bro. This show, one thing I
wanted to bring Dennis up. Let me ask you this: is it working? Because I've been seeing something the other day that said they're looking for a trade
for him.
Yeah, I think mainly because they can't afford to sign him for what he would want next season. So it's like, instead of him going as a unrestricted free agent, let's try and get a little something for in return. He's averaging 16.2 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 4.5 assists this season so far.
I think he bet on himself, and the one thing that he has working out in his favor is the fact that he's got some time. That's about it. If the season were to end now, he flopped on his bet to himself. But luckily, we're halfway through the season. He has time.
I think he flopped on his bet himself. He thinks he's getting 100 million plus contract.
Yeah.
But he's still an NBA player. Like, he's not going to be out the
100%.
league, right?
No.
He should have just accepted that thing from the Lakers. Obviously, in hindsight, he would have been traded now, though. They probably would have traded him, but at least he would have got his bag still, though.
Celtics, I think one thing that's different about our Deadest Teams of the week this week for both of them is that it's not even really on what they actually. It is what they did last week, but it's also about their reputations as well, and what we actually envision for both teams. Celtics, you always envision them to be in the hunt, at least a top 5, top 6 team, and maybe make some noise in the playoffs. Brooklyn contenders. So when you see them have mediocre weeks, I think it just resonates more than
you're just not up to expectation, like you said.
That's Detroit. We know you're going to lose 9 games in a row. You get what I mean? We know that. So that's why it would be rare if you ever see Detroit make that list.
That's why really in the Deadest Teams of the week, we don't normally really have like Orlando, Detroit, Houston, even OKC.
Because that would literally just be every week.
Except for when you brought OKC in, which I won't forgive you for. But